Hey everyone, it's Kareem here, and today I'm pretty much exposing how exactly I make money. And this is where my main income comes from. This is pretty much it. If you master what I'm about to teach you, you'll make a heck of a lot of money if you do it properly as well. I made just under $16,000. $16,000 in my first month, just under it, starting a brand new digital product business. And I did it from complete scratch, completely faceless as well, and without any existing email list or some kind of massive following on social media. I think you guys know this. I don't have any subscribers on YouTube. I barely have any followers on Instagram as well. Yeah, I don't really have any kind of social or proper online presence, and I'm still able to generate quite a hefty amount of money every month. You probably want to see that 16,000, so you should have a screenshot somewhere on the page. You can see the date behind every transaction. Throughout April, I managed to make just under $16,000. What I'm showing you right now, this is a one-person business. Anyone can do it. You don't need a team, don't need any like cold calling or appointment setters. It's all automated. What I love about this is passive. Once it's all set up and you've got your processes in place, as long as you're just providing content, you can just sit back and start collecting money. I think the beginning is quite slow, but as you pick up, you do make quite a bit of money. And the lovely thing is that it just compounds, like it just grows every other month, and there are ways to grow it as well as you start getting more people to purchase from you. And look, I'm honestly sharing this with you because I want you to see, I want you, whoever's watching this, I'm telling you, you can start from absolute zero, and I'm going to prove it to you that you can. So I'm literally sharing you a method that I do day in, day out, and it works. It makes my clients a lot of money as well, but the only difference is with my clients, I don't do the service delivery part. I just take a commission from the end. I set up their funnel, I set up their product, I do the ad strategy myself, I do their organic content as well, and I get a share. So they give me around 20 to 30% of every sale, and I've got many clients doing like 50K plus months. So as you can imagine, I will also get a decent commission out of that. And because it's all automated, I've got my own product running here. They've got their products. So I'm making 30, 40K from them, and I'm also making 60, 17, 18, or even 20K for myself. I made 16K in my first month. So you're probably wondering, how did I do it, right? What is a strategy, Kareem? Well, I used a simple funnel, and that's it. A very basic system designed for building trust and making sales over time. It's that simple. That's all it is. Okay, but here's the kicker. I didn't spend years growing a YouTube or Instagram account. I barely got 1,000 followers. I barely got 500 followers even, and I still managed to make 50K plus. I don't have a huge audience. I just used organic content. I relied on social media algorithms to push my content. Of course, I used various strategies to push my organic content out there. To name a few, for example, the more users you can make comment on your video, the more Instagram will push your content out, for example. Or the more times you get someone watch your video or your reel or your clip again and again and again. So it's not just once and they, scroll to the next video. They just keep on watching it again and again and again. That also makes the algorithm push your content to more users. I know exactly how to utilize these methods to make my content get pushed out to a wider audience. So once you learn how the algorithm works, you can use organic methods to your advantage and also run ads at the same time. So you're getting best of both worlds, really. I used organic content, I used ads, I pushed a lot of value in my clips and my reels, and I was just building relationships. I wasn't selling anything. I was just building relationships. I'm just pushing value. And then, within a month, bam, this is the result, 16K. I've spent thousands of dollars on courses, mentors, ads, marketing. I've tried to outsource the best marketing guys out there, even with so many different businesses. I think you can see my first set of videos on this channel was all about dropshipping, where I wasted so much money on ads. That didn't really work out. I was trying to do anything I can to just make it, find this one strategy, this one money-making method that's going to help me escape the so-called matrix. And pushing that aside, I'm about to give you this exact method for free, completely for free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to give it to you for free. All right. You just need to follow along and take notes, hopefully. All right. And also leave a like, subscribe, and be sure this is going to be the video that's going to make you a lot of money. Believe in yourself. So here's the truth, right? You don't need to be the biggest expert. You don't have to have a big influencer account as well. You don't need a large following base. That's all not true. So remove those doubts. Put them aside. You've got big names like Jordan Welsh, Alex Hormozi, Iman Ghazi. They built their businesses by building trust slowly over the years. But before that, let's talk about why most people don't get consistent sales. You post some content online. You probably put a link on your Instagram bio, and you hope someone clicks and buys your so-called $400 or $500 course or product. It probably sounds a bit familiar to some of you, right? But here's the truth. Most people don't buy immediately. Once you understand that, it's, I guess, a eureka moment. Why on earth is someone who saw your footage or your content for the first time is going to click on your bio and is going to immediately, within 10 minutes, somehow, magically, after seeing your clip, going to buy? That never happens. I've never done it. My friends have never done it. No one I've ever met has done it. Making a random course and just hoping a bit of content here and there with no strategy and just hoping, someone's going to randomly click on your link and buy your course, that's not going to happen. If that was the case, every single person on earth would probably be rich now. Instead, people want to know you. They want to understand who you are. They want to like you. They want to resonate with you. And most importantly, they also want to trust you. Be like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about and he can give me value. He's going to help me solve my problem. That's what you want people to feel. And honestly, that's where most entrepreneurs get it wrong, in my opinion. They skip that trust building stage, trying to push sales too fast. I swear to you, I built my business purely from building trust with people. I removed doubts from them and I was always personal with them. I was making them feel like a friend. I wasn't just a salesperson trying to push for like a $500 or $1,000 course. I never did that. If anything, I always had to put the risk on myself back in the day. This is what I did with my agency a year ago to get my first set of clients. I literally said, look, I'm willing to work for you for free. When you see results, pay me. They couldn't reject it because there's no risk for them. That's all it was. When I got on these calls, I'm like, look, by the way, you don't have to pay anything. It's all free. They got caught off guard, but that's what I had to do to get clients. I knew I can deliver. I said, look, when you get your first set of sales, we could probably agree on a price together. We can agree on maybe a retainer, or maybe I take commission if you don't want to put anything up front. Most of the time, people didn't want to pay any retainers up front. They want to get paid first by their clients, and then I get paid by commission, as if it's like an affiliate. And I do that with many of my clients now, and that's how I was able to build a 30, 40K agency within less than a year. It's very possible. And this is what the problem is, right? And the real issue is you're trying to sell cold to strangers and expecting instant results. Now here's the game changer. It's about building relationship. Over weeks or months, building trust, building relationship takes a while. And I'll try and give an example, right? Let's say you went to a social event. Okay, so think of social media as this big social event. All right, let's say you went to a bowling event. You went to some kind of event, right? A friend's party or something. You realize this event, this party, everyone's having fun. Do you expect to randomly go up to someone and just be like, oh, what's your number, out of nowhere? Most of the time, even if you are good looking, girls are going to find that weird, right? You wouldn't do that straight away. You wouldn't. You'll probably chat to her first, probably build a bit of rapport, make a good first impression of yourself, and then maybe later you can ask for her number. You start with a subtle conversation. This is exactly how your online business should work. This is how you should look at it. It's the same thing. Don't just say out of nowhere, because you're good at X, buy Y. That's not going to work. It's not going to work like that. So first, you need to attract attention. So what platform are you using? So let's say, for example, in this case, I'm using Instagram. I'm using Instagram to attract attention. Why? Because there's a lot of users scrolling on Instagram. There's billions of people on it every single day. So it's a really good place to, attract attention for free, or if you want to pay for it as well. Then you want to capture their interest with free value. And you can do this by offering a guide, a mini course, or a helpful video. So how do you do this? What do I mean by a mini course or a guide? Let's say, for example, you had a smoking addiction, a very heavy smoking addiction, which was ruining your life. You couldn't run properly, you couldn't breathe properly, and then you found a way to quit. You found a really good technique that helped you quit. And as you finally quit permanently, your life changed and you had a lot of friends around you who still smoked and you helped them quit as well. I'm just giving you an example here, right? What you can do, you can utilize your experience, your knowledge of how you quit to other people as well. You can make a guide about it. You can make a mini course, an ebook, maybe a helpful video. You can drag people who are stuck where you used to be. And there are a lot of people stuck. There are a lot of heavy smokers still. There are people vaping. There are people smoking shisha every day probably. Cigarettes, you name it. Weed, marijuana, I don't know. Right? So what you want to do is you want to provide value. You want to give maybe small hints, small techniques here and there. You maybe release reels, release videos talking about how your life changed, for example, and how you're able to breathe much better, and how you're able to run and play sports maybe, and how you're no longer stressed and your dopamine levels are balanced because you're no longer just constantly seeking to smoke. So there's so many things you can talk about. And this is just an example. I'm not saying I smoke, but I'm just giving an example here so you understand how this whole funnel works. So one, you want to attract attention by utilizing Instagram. Two, we had to grab their interest. So once we've got the attention, we've got eyes on our reel and clips, we want to grab their interest. Those who are watching your clips and reels or your valuable information, we want to utilize that and turn them into interested leads. Once they're interested, you offer them a free guide. Why do you offer them a free guide? Because then you have their emails. Once you have their emails by providing a mini course, there's so many different ways you can do this and I'll tell you how throughout the video. But once you have their interest and you have the emails, you can then nurture them. So for them to get the guide or the mini course from you, they have to input their email. So it could be in one of your clips, it'd be like, if you're interested, click on my bio and I've got this free guide. Will show you exactly how to quit smoking. We'll show you top 5 techniques on how to quit smoking. So they click it, they input their email in exchange for your guide. And once they have this guide, you now have their email. And what you want to do after that is nurture them by sending emails. And this is all automated, by the way. The whole thing is automated. So you don't have to send every email yourself. There's many email softwares out there, free to use as well, that will help you, automate emails. So for example, whoever signs up to your email list, your email flow will start, let's say you have like 9 email flows. After 1 day, the first email will be sent. After 2 days, the second email will be sent. Third day, the third email will be sent, and etc. So it's all automated. You don't have to send any emails. And then the very final email is your main pitch. All right. Your main pitch about, selling this program, how it's going to permanently help people quit smoking for good. So before you had a free guide just showing the 5 techniques, but your full guide is going to show like over 50 techniques probably. It's worth $200, for example, and it's going to make them permanently quit, and they get to have a one-on-one session with someone who has been through what they have, which is you, the expert themselves, and they get all this extra help and support, and they've got a community of people trying to help each other quit, for example, right? So you can build a product around that. I'm just giving an example here. So it's a long-term game. That's how the funnel works. That's all it is. It's like planting a seed, right? And watering it every single day. And eventually it grows into a fruit. So that's what we want. We want trust, and that's the fruit. So you're probably wondering, why does this work? And it's because people buy from people they trust, not from strangers. And building that trust takes time. So imagine this. So let's say, for example, you see someone online posting, very helpful content every single day. All right, they're just giving away free value, so much free value and so many free tips. And you start to like their style, right? You see that they're genuinely trying to help. And over time, you decide to buy because you've already gained so much value from them. You've gained a lot of information. You've gained a lot of help from them. And because of that, you're like, well, look, I'm already getting all this information for free. Imagine what I'm going to get if I buy. I've done this as well. There's a lot of people I bought from, even courses previously. It's because I would follow them. And then a couple of months later, I get really hooked. I'm like, you know what? I just need to see what's on the other side. I need to buy into this and see if it's for me. And that's the power of relationship marketing. It's called relationship marketing. Now, look, here's a big secret as well. The biggest entrepreneurs don't just make quick money. They build assets. These assets are like digital real estate that pays you long term. You're probably wondering, what are these assets that I'm talking about? They are an email list, consistent content, automated funnels, your brand. These are assets. Every person that joins your email list or follows you is a long-term asset. Take it as that. It means that you have a group of people you can reach out to anytime you want with a product or a new offer. Now, look, I know you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how do you do it, right? And let me give you a step-by-step guide on exactly how to set this up. So, one, you want to get attention. You either want to do it organically or you want to do it through paid ads. Now, for now, I'm going to go through paid ads because this is what I utilize for my clients. And this is the fastest way to grow from literally zero. You want to post valuable tips, stories, behind the scenes as well, and always have a call to action. For example, I always include a CTA in my clips where you can say comment guide for free tips. And if they comment guide, they are then given an ebook of free tips. Now, step 2 is you want to capture interest with a lead magnet. You want to offer something called a freebie. A freebie is something you give away for free in exchange for someone's email address. Okay, so offer a freebie that solves a problem in your niche. And as I said, this could be in a form of a free guide. It could be a spreadsheet. It could be some kind of Google Sheets, some mini course, a video, a checklist. It could be an ebook, you name it. You want to use landing pages. So you can use tools like, ClickFunnels, Framer. I personally started using System.io just because it's free. I host my free product on this landing page. And on this landing page, when they click grab free guide, they enter their email and get their free guide. That's pretty much it. After you've done that, you want to set up an automated email sequence. So you want to use email marketing tools. I now use System.io again, but I used to use MailChimp before. Feel free to research which one you want to use. The reason why I use System.io is because it's free. It's an all-in-one platform. So I'm able to host my course, my program, my landing pages, my email lists, CRM, everything I do all on there, which is amazing. But yeah, use either, something like System.io or even MailChimp to send a series of helpful emails. You want to share tips, you want to share success stories, and you want to share social proof. Slowly then, you want to introduce your paid offer. So within this email flow, after maybe 8 to 10 emails, your 9th or 10th email can be your actual paid offer, your full course, the full package, where you offer coaching or a membership, or as I said, your program for a set price. So how do you actually get people to see your helpful content and start engaging? Step 1, use ads, not just organic reach. Posting regularly and every day and hoping people see it is really slow and inconsistent. And you've got to depend on Instagram's weird algorithm. Either it's going to push your content out sometimes or sometimes it won't. Instead, you want to run paid ads to boost your best posts. So imagine this, you create a helpful, valuable post or a short clip or a short reel about a free tip or a resource. Could be, how to quit smoking, for example. And you spend around $10 to $20 a day just boosting that post. You can go low if you want, but roughly what I do, I put anywhere between $10 to $20 a day when I'm boosting a post. Your goal isn't to sell right away. It's just to get eyes onto your content. The more eyes we have on our content, the more people are likely to comment. When they comment, you have their email. And they can start nurturing them. And then when you nurture them, hopefully they're going to buy. All right, they're warm enough so they can buy your products. So Step 2, you want to create content with a clear call to action. So every post or video you have or that you upload on Instagram should have a simple call to action. And I'll give you a few examples of some good CTAs. You could be like, comment guide for my free quit smoking guide or something. DM me for free 5 techniques on how to quit smoking. Leave a comment saying help and I'll give you a free 20-minute consultation. So those are just a few examples you can read, and you can try get creative with these as well, but you always want to leave a clear, very clear CTA. It doesn't need to be confusing, very clear. One word, they comment and they know what they're going to get. Step 3, you want to use automation tools as well. So this part is very, very important, right? When people comment or DM you, use tools like ManyChat. If I didn't have ManyChat, I wouldn't be able to run my business. And I use it for all my clients and they're very grateful for it as well. It's a chatbot messenger system. Once someone comments on your video, ManyChat is going to then send them the free guide, and I'll show you exactly how that looks like. They're going to see something like, oh, thanks for commenting, here's your free guide. And of course, they get the link to your landing page to enter their email. They enter their email and you can start nurturing them. Step 4, you want to collect emails and give value. So your landing page built on tools like ClickFunnels or System.io or whatever gives free resources in exchange for their email. You can say stuff like, download your 5 free techniques on how to quit smoking right now. And they click it, they enter their email address and boom, that's it. They're added onto your email list and they've got the free products. Now, once you have their email, you send automated emails over the weeks or months, sharing tips, success stories, just giving away free value. And when they're ready, you offer your paid product. And guess what? You can scale this process as much as you want. Increase your ad spend when you start seeing a successful post, produce more content, and grow your list fast. If I were you guys, honestly, I would do this. Start an Instagram page once you know your niche. Let's say, for example, it's the quitting smoking niche. And let's say you want to understand which post does the best, right? So you do 20 different reels and you see which one gets the most views. I'm literally telling you the strategy. This is what I do. You see which one gets you the most views and the most comments organically for free without spending on ads. When you see 1 or 2 posts doing a bit better than the average or all the other posts, that's the one you want to start boosting and getting more eyes on it. So you want to turn it into an ad, right? And you can do that by boosting your reel. So you want to put a budget of $10 to $20 a day for the one that's proven to be working organically. And then like that, you've got a proven reel or clip that works well with your audience. So once you've done that, you're promoting your free product, you've got a clear call to action, you're getting a lot of people nurtured. And once you see a good amount of sales and you're starting to get sales coming in, after a month probably, hopefully less, that's when you can start maybe increasing your budget from $20 to $40, $40 to $100 if you're doing really well. And then you can start experimenting with other content. So you still want to be putting out organic content as well. Honestly, that's all it is. That's how it works. Once you conquer that, money just starts printing. Now that you've got traffic, leads, and engaged email list, how do you turn those into customers, right? Here's a secret. You've got to build relationship over time. Well, it's not really a secret. I've said this to you over and over again throughout this video. You've got to build that relationship. You've got to send consistent, valuable emails, tips, stories, proof, everything. Share your journey or client success. Customers that have already opted into your program, share their stories, share how they've been able to get from A to B by utilizing your course or your program. You want to personalize your messages. Make each email feel personal, like you're talking to them directly, as if they're standing in front of you. And then you want a soft pitch. So after maybe 8 to 10 valuable emails, send a special offer. Don't try sell immediately. Most people will say no the first time because they just don't trust you yet. Instead, you just want to keep on giving, and eventually they will end up coming to you. All right. When they trust you, the sell happens naturally. You want to create urgency. For example, you could say on your special offer, oh, look, the sell ends in 2 days or tonight. And when you create urgency, your chances of closing a sell increases. But you've got to remember this. Not everyone's going to buy straight away. You've got to keep on following up as well. Don't forget those who didn't buy from you straight away after your 10 or 12 email flow, and just keep providing value. Eventually, they're going to turn into customers eventually. And you've got to have the right mindset. This is a long-term game. Your goal isn't just a quick sell, it's to build a loyal customer base that keeps coming back to you. The real wealth online comes from building assets. And as I said, what are these assets? Your email list, which is the most valuable thing, a library of helpful content, and automated funnels that do most of your work. I swear to you, I'm not even joking. I sleep, I wake up, and I've got money. Someone's bought my services because of all these funnels and things I've got set up. I've got an email list of contacts that are getting warmed up without me having to do it. I've got my funnel working in the background. I've got my ads working as well. My organic content that's already on my page. So I've done most of the work. Everything's there. I've already got my course, everything. I've got my offer. Once that is all set up, I just go sleep. These assets will generate you income even when you sleep. Imagine planting a fruit tree, as I said before, right? It takes time to grow. But then every year it gives you fruit, money in the bank. Your email list, content, and automated sale funnels are those fruit trees, right? These apple trees, these pear trees, whatever you want to call them, they keep paying you over time. To wrap up, let's quickly recap. I want you to understand the big picture here. You don't need fame. You don't need a huge following. You don't need to be some kind of like professor or expert to start making serious money online. You don't need any of those. All you need is a solid strategy that builds trust over time. Like the nurture funnel I just explained. The big entrepreneurs didn't get rich overnight. They built assets, email lists, content, relationships, YouTube channels, which kept on growing every day, every month, every year. And that keeps working for them every day. Honestly, I swear you can do the exact same. So here's the key. Focus on adding value first. Give people free, helpful stuff on a daily basis. Be consistent, be patient, and be genuine. You have to show up every single day and serve your audience. Just take it as that. You're a slave to your audience. You have to just keep on providing day in, day out. Okay, so some of you are probably wondering what you should do after all this, right? I probably shared quite a bit of information. You don't know where to start. So first you want to start with one simple step today. All right, I want you to do this today. Create a piece of valuable content, a tip, a story, a free resource. Set up your ad. I want you to set up your ad to boost that content, right? Start small, maybe start with $5 or $10 or even $15 a day, right? Use tools like ManyChat to automate responses when people have showed interest in your freebie. And then you want to build a landing page with a freebie to collect emails. And importantly, stay consistent. Trade short-term wins for long-term assets. Look, if you're ready to go further and you want to learn the whole thing, I'll be very honest, I do have a whole program that will teach you exactly how to do this step by step, how to set this entire funnel up, how to write emails, what are the best converting emails as well, how to pick a profitable niche, and also how to automate your entire business. And I'll be honest, the price is going up soon because I do have like 100 lessons plus. I've got lessons on how you can sort of grow on YouTube, how you can grow on Instagram, how to master organic cold outreach, how to build a personal brand. I've got you covered on all angles. So if you want the deal today, which is I think just under $500. I think I poured in around 7 years of experience and knowledge into it. And I get to help you guys make money as well. So if you want to really get this good deal, you just want to check it out. The link is in the description. But I want you to remember this, right? Success comes to those who keep learning, keep serving, and stay patient. Don't get distracted on chasing how to get rich quickly. That's not going to work and it never will. I'll see you guys in the next video and keep working hard.